Welcome back, my dear students. A pleasant morning to you all. This is your biology teacher, Mrs.Shilpa Jain, from Shri Gauri Shankar Higher Secondary School, Gwalior. Hope you all are fine, stay safe, taking precautions and encouraging others to do the same. Now, we are starting with chapter number 1, that is reproduction in organisms. This is the basic introduction about reproduction. Do you know about reproduction? What is the meaning of reproduction? Okay, I will tell you. The process of producing babies or young. That is the meaning of reproduction. Reproduction is the life process or biological process of giving rise to new organisms of the same kind. What do you mean by same kind? I will explain you. For example, a baby of a plant is called baby plant. A baby of an animal is called animal's baby. A baby of human is called human. So, that is the meaning of same kind. This is the basic characteristic feature of living organisms. In other language, reproduction is the biological process by which new individual organism, that is offspring, are produced from their parents. Here, I have shown here new individual organism, or we can say offspring, or we can say young one, are produced from their parents by the reproduction. Reproduction may be asexual or sexual. So we can say that reproduction is the process of generating offspring. Again, reproduction is the process of generating offspring. Now, this is the general introduction of reproduction. Now we have to come to the next point. Basic reason for reproduction is the continuity of the race. The basic reason of the reproduction is the continuity of. So, why do organisms reproduce? Why do organisms reproduce? Because they want to continue the race. Because they want to continue the race so that the race continues for times to come. This is the basic purpose of the reproduction. But before coming to this topic, means reproduction and its types, we need to know that is the time period between birth and the formation to natural death. This period is known as lifespan. This period is known as lifespan. Which period is known as lifespan? The time period between the birth and the formation to the natural death. This period is called as lifespan. In the lifespan, the things which are included, an organism produces via sexual reproduction or asexual reproduction. The new organism is formed. According to their growth lifespan, divided into these 5 phases. Lifespan divided into the 5 phases. Number 1 is birth. Number 2 is juvenile phase. Number 3 is reproductive, or we can say reproduction phase. Aging. And last is death. So these 5 phases. Okay. Birth. New organism is formed. In the birth phase, new organism is formed by the asexual reproduction or by the sexual reproduction. In the juvenile phase, it is called non-reproductive phase, or we can say growth phase. In this phase, only body part can grow. After the juvenile phase, reproductive phase comes. And after the reproductive, we will study the reproduction in detail in the next video. So here the next phase is aging. Aging means talking about ourselves. Or for the plant, senescence. And last phase is death. So the period from birth to the natural death of an organism represents its lifespan. This lifespan of organisms are not necessarily correlated with their sizes. See, some example of lifespan are, because we have wide range of lifespan. So here some example I have written for you. Number 1, shortest lifespan is of mayfly, or we can say one day insect. It has only 24 hours lifespan. That means one day. Second one is longest lifespan is of tortoise. We know the tortoise. Okay. Can be up to 300 years. Third example, bowhead whales. It has near about 150 years to 200 years lifespan. I have written some example of the organism and their lifespan from the NCERT book of biology. Here, organism and their lifespan. Elephant 60 to 70 years, dog 10 to 13 years, banana tree 25 years, crocodile 60 years, rice plant 3 to 4 months, rose plant 5 to 7 years, butterfly 1 to 2 weeks, cow 18 to 22 years, horse 25 to 30 years, tortoise 200 to 300 years, crow 15 years, parrot 140 years, fruit fly 40 to 50 days, and banyan tree approximately 200 years or more than the 200 years. So here's one point to be noted. Lifespan of all organisms are not necessarily correlated with their size. You know the size of cow, you know the size of parrot, but cow has only 18 to 22 years lifespan and parrot has 140 years. So this is the point. Lifespans of all organisms are not necessarily correlated with their size. So my dear student, hope you all enjoyed it. And please note down all the notes in your any notebook, old notebook or new notebook, any notebook. But you have to write in the notebook in your handwriting. So my children, I will explain the remaining part of this chapter in the next video. Till then, take care, be safe and sound at your home. Thank you.